How are we doing, guys? Welcome to the preview and the predicted lineup. Nottingham Forest against Arsenal. Another tough game. And given the circumstances, given what happened against West Ham, it's not ideal, is it? But I don't know. Maybe we can play with the handbrake off. Maybe we can play without the pressure of a title race because it's effectively done. Even I'm not deluded enough to be sitting here and saying that we're going to win the league now. It's too little too late. We've had too many injuries, too many drop points, too many sendings off. It's just a combination of everything, and it's not great. And it's so disheartening, and it's so frustrating, and it's so annoying. But listen, I was looking at Mikel Arteta's press conference, and one of the things that he did say, and it kind of made me realise a few things as well. And this isn't about getting transfers right, wrong, before the season, January or anything like that. With the injuries we've had, with the red cards we've had and everything else, the fact that we're sitting second is a miracle within itself when you look at Man City and the problems they've had with injuries and how they've fallen apart and they're out of the Champions League, but yet we're still in the Champions League. And don't get me wrong, it's not acceptable to what looks like finishing second again 3 years in a row. But it is what it is at the end of the day. We've just got to take this one on the chin, and we've just got to kind of move on. And yeah, the only team that hasn't had the big injuries at the crucial times, and it's the team sitting at the top of the league. And you've got to take your hat off and say, well done. At the end of the day, they're where they are. It is what it is. You know, you lose the likes of Salah and Van Dijk, etc. for 2-3 months. It's a very different story. I can assure you of that. In the same way that we lost Odegaard for over 2 months, Saka for 3 months, Havertz for the rest of the season, and I could just go on, and Martinelli now, and Jesus, and you know, even when we played at Liverpool earlier on in the season, and we lost Saliba for that game because of a red card that wasn't a red card, and then Gabriel gets injured in the game, and Timber gets injured in the game. We've lost Ben White for a couple of months, and so frustrating. So frustrating. But it is what it is. It's the life of football, and these things happen at the end of the day. But yeah, listen, at the end of the day, it's second against third. Nottingham Forest are having an unbelievable season. But this is the kind of game that maybe without the pressure, we might actually play well. We might actually end up putting a performance in that leaves you scratching your head and going, what on earth happened there? And football and delusion and everything else is really weird because you never know. I've just sat there and said all that for the last 4 or 5 minutes, but we beat Nottingham Forest and Newcastle beat Liverpool, and all of a sudden we're back in the title race. Nah, listen, trust me, I'm joking. It's not going to happen. But yeah, we'd be 8 points behind, wouldn't we? And we'd have a game in hand. 5 points. Oh, win at Anfield, 2 points. Nah, don't get me started. But look, listen, at the end of the day, like I said, I hope that we can go out there and play with a handbrake off and just express ourselves a little bit. And, you know, what we got to make sure that we do is, you know, navigate the rest of the season in the Premier League and, you know, finish in that top 4, Champions League again next season, and we go again. But, yeah, I'd have some changes as well. I don't think that we've got a lot of options in some areas, but in some we have. But yeah, it'd be nice to have some change. So with that said, let's go and get into the starting lineup. In goal, David Raya. One thing I feel we learned from the West Ham game is that David Raya is faster than half of our attacking players. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Right back, Ben White. I'd start him. I really liked his performance when he came on in that final 10 minutes. Jurrien Timber has been excellent at right back. I think in terms of a defender in comparison to Ben White, Jurrien Timber's better. But in that 10 minutes, you saw what we're missing in the final third when Ben White wasn't there. And the overlaps. And yeah, Ben White, he starts for me. Right centre-back, William Saliba, straightforward. Left centre-back, Gabriel, straightforward. Left-back, I will play Jurrien Timber there. Miles Lewis-Skelly, of course, is suspended. 1 game. And Calafiori, I feel that he had an indifferent game, shall we say, against West Ham. Not a great performance, to be fair. But I'd play Jurrien Timber there. We don't have loads and loads and loads of options now, do we? But what I would do with this, sitting in front of the back four, I'd play Declan Rice. We bought him for that position. His best performances at that position. So, play him. It's that simple. On the right-hand side, I would go with Raheem Sterling on the right-hand side. Now, bear with me. I know you're all going to be sitting there now going, oh my word, what is he doing? Is he lost the plot? Just bear with me. Raheem Sterling on the right-hand side. Next to him, I would have Wanyeri. It's the way I'm going to do it. I'd have Wanyeri in Odegaard's position. And next to him in that left 8, I'd try Martin Odegaard. On the left-hand side, I would have Trossard. And then up front as the striker, I'd have Moreno. Do we have many other options? I know you could play Partey and then play Rice further forward. This is what I would like to see. Just do something different. Just try something different. I don't want to use the words, we've got a free hit. Because I don't believe that there ever really is a free hit in football. In some respects. But it's one of those games where I feel there is less pressure. Shall we say? It's probably the best word. There's less pressure. Why not? Give it a go. See what happens. I don't think we've got many other options, to be quite honest with you. So we just have to do it and see what happens. So listen, there we go. That is it for the preview and the predicted lineup. As usual, let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree with the lineup, etc. What would you change? I'll just try something a little bit different, something outside the box. But yeah, I doubt Mikel will do that, but we'll wait and see. So if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot very soon. I'm out of here.